Vedalfnir. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet.
True.
What's his game here? Tell me then. What will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer.
This is how he gets consumed
He's
by
like a
the
ghost.
abyss power.
Always disturbing me when I'm on edge, but never
Or the
answering
wild
when I need
hunt
him
power.
most.
So, the Eclipse dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rarir's life was so unstable. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rarir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon dynasty's descendants. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on deceiving each other for the rest of their lives.
That's true.
And why does Vedalfnir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rarir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I ever imagined. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rarir's mind this whole time, building up a picture of his psyche. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning, but it's usually pretty accurate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rarir has really been hiding.
It auto-clicked that. I didn't do that.
Rarir, are you there?
Oh, okay. Am I trying to get it through the door? Oh. Got it. That will help me get to the next one.
Come out, it's urgent.
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
This new area looks really cool, by the way. Alright, make a movement, yeah. Oh, so it resets me. Got it. There we go.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face
I don't know how to say
broad
that
daylight,
name, sorry.
I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be
well,
ridiculous.
either way, welcome in.
We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Robtatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act.
How's your night going?
It endears you to no one. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything
Probably
else in
paperwork,
life,
too.
it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
Okay.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file
Hi,
during your
Nako.
sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedafenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Oh.
Vedafenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
Ah.
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade
agree
will
with that.
force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedafenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's
The chess
madness
puzzle was
is
really
now
easy,
all too
Nako.
clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed? have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindus? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim.
Or maybe we've just gotten to it.
This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindus. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Ravir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Consume the marked number of action points to defeat your opponent. Jesus. Okay. This means that was wrong. Oh, no. It just puts me back here and I can do it again. Works for me. So even if I... Okay. Bam. I don't know if that was the fastest way to do it or not, but that's the way I
Author
did it.
Thelindus. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location.
And this is how
Moon
she
marrow
gets
can
into
thus be
that
defined
portal.
as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the
So this
question
is
of where it
successful.
leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects.
This means that Arlecchino by herself is stronger than any of the stuff that they had back then. That's crazy. And she didn't even have the marrow at the time. The iridescent marrow, or whatever. And she was able to hold that gate open by herself. And help inside of it. She got burned a little bit, but, like, that's crazy.
This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. We are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these.
I want to know where Columbina is at this time. That's what I want to know.